Are we going into a recession in 2026? This is the question I've been asked more than any other question in the last few months. And it's a very understandable question. Right after the Trump administration put all of those double digit tariffs into place for Liberation Day, economists, forecasters, people all over the world said, this is going to drive us into a recession. So, why didn't we go into a recession? Well, a few things happened. Number one, AI, growth and investment around artificial intelligence just took off. The whole construction industry is basically consumed by more and more data centers being built across the country. Businesses are investing in AI. Companies that are making chips for AI or other products around AI have just seen explosive growth. All of that innovation and money and investment just fueled a lot of growth. The other thing that happened is layoffs have been rising, unemployment's been rising slowly all year, but mass layoffs, kind of recession level layoffs, those didn't really happen in 2025. A lot of people think part of the reason for that is that hiring was so difficult in 2022 when there was a really hot job market. Companies had a hard time finding workers, hanging on to workers. And so they might be more reluctant to let them go than they might be in another time. The other thing that happened was consumers continued to spend, even though inflation was going up, even though wages were not keeping up with inflation, consumer spending continued to rise. This surprised a lot of people. Here, too, there are some interesting caveats, which is that about half the spending is being done by the very wealthiest people in the US. So the very wealthiest people in the US are taking on more and more of that spending. So, what is on the docket for 2026? So, I did an article looking at the 2026 economy and the chances for recession in the latest issue of Bloomberg Businessweek. And what I found was people do not think we are going to go into a recession in 2026. Most of the economists I talked to did not think the chances of a recession were too high, maybe around 30% or 40%. Now, that's still elevated in sort of a normal good year. Chances of a recession would be probably around 15%. So they are elevated, but not super high. Now, one of the most interesting conversations I had was with Mark Zandi. He's an economic forecaster at Moody's Analytics. And what he told me was, and I quote, nothing else can go wrong. He said, right now, our economy is in recovery, it's growing, but it is very fragile. He said, we are walking a very fine line right now. We are really on the edge. He said, if any of the big elements of the economy, that would be the job market, consumer spending, and AI right now, he said, if any of those are shaken, quote unquote, we're toast. So hopefully we will not be toast and we will have a peaceful, calm, and prosperous 2026. We'll just have to see.